Allow the children
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind. Off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, na 500,000 they go sama us, call am hate speech. But fear not, my ego don come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people wey dey spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh yo yo. My ego don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don come, oh yo yo. My ego don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don come, oh yo yo. This one na dey off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don come, oh yo yo. And in dey touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. My ego don come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be dey holla say dem want the power. Chai, dem be promise us say we go get light and power. Dem hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not dey off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. My egun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. My egun don't come, oh yo yo. Man of the masses, my ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This man not dey off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Aha, now you muna don hear all these bad politicians, them we call themselves politicians. Where they thief our money, we no want make the common man get wetin suppose get for this country. Una never hear something. Now go hear one, my ego. You go show na paper. My ego diary political. So my people make you shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun diary, na you be number one.
àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Mayegun diary, na you be number one.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
wọ́n bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun ma wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun ma wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun ma wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is brunch time with Mayegun live. And once again, thank you for joining me. Remember, after reading the caption of the broadcast, the description as well, the next is to like it, share it, invite your friends and your not so friendly friends and tell them that it is brunch time with Mayegun. And a quick reminder as well that brunch time is also an open mic. You can phone in anytime to possibly add your own contribution or what have you. So as the caption for this particular broadcast is kind of like self-explanatory. It is about the ongoing police, action concerning some individuals who came together, published invitation card for the launching or unveiling of their 1.5 billion naira Obi of Lagos Palace. So the Ronukus laid their hands on this and they feasted on it for the past 2-3 days because, as you know, their ongoing tribal, ethnic, politically sponsored war seems to have, like the virus or bacteria, found something to feed on. So this has prompted other reactions, just so we are clear. So the first reactions was that of the police, who have now gone ahead to apprehend the brain behind that. Obi of Lagos. The Ronukus have been living and, they have been living off the fear that they created, the fear that they have weaponized. And that fear is that the Igbos are coming to take over Yoruba land. They are coming to dispose of the Yoruba Obas, and all other things they have created. So this fits into that as much as it is probably inconsequential or provocative for the Ronukus, so to say. So they amplified it. And what was the invitation? It's the one on the left. The attachment on the right is that of the Lagos State Police. Okay. So these guys put this out. It's a special invitation, that you are specially invited to the unveiling of the prototype of a 1.5 billion naira palace of Obi of Lagos State and celebration of his first Ofala festival, New Yam Festival. Tomorrow, it was supposed to be the 13th of September, right? So prototype, meaning they are practically like going to be raising funds as well to build a palace for Obi of Lagos in Nigeria. Yeah, they have this, I don't know if it is written or unwritten, so to say, but over time or from time immemorial, right? As Nigerians migrate to other part of Nigeria, form their own communities. Like, when we say communities, it's not like they went anywhere and they took land and they sort of like started communities. No, 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 no. It simply means that when you have, for example, the Igbo Union in Lagos, for example, say Igbo Union means everyone who is of Igbo ancestry in Lagos will automatically be a member if they want to. And why do they always have that? So it's the same thing. When you go to the eastern part of Nigeria, you see other communities like the Hausa communities, Fulani communities, Yoruba communities. And most of the time, they tend to, those communities, they tend to recreate what it is like back home, even though they are like still within the same Nigeria. What does that mean? They may appoint anybody as the head, give them the title, but over time we've had to see the Oba of Newi, Oba of Enugu, Seriki of Enugu, or Seriki Fulani of Anambra, names like that. Seriki Fulani of Lagos simply means whenever the government and the people of which happen to be their host, so whenever they want to sort of like have any form of intermediary relationship or whatever with these communities, their leaders are the contact point. A bit of an idea that somehow maybe these days they are becoming more or less like irrelevant, but they've always been ceremonial. They hold no authority over nobody except their members, who they have their own set rules. So this is what Nigeria seems to have been like until APC, Egbekegbe, happened. Okay? And as much as, even in Lagos, as much as they have, the Seriki of this, this is the Seriki Fulani and his own palace in Lagos, by the way. So they have I don't know the title they give to the Hausa's leaders, so to say, in Lagos. But the Ronukus, who have created the political tension to politically tag the Igbos enemies, have decided to use that same blanket sort of like stereotyping to treat everyone same way. But here is the twist. There are Igbos in Lagos and Igbos in other parts of Nigeria who are just there to live or work or do their business as legitimately as possible. Most of them are not even like really interested in the politics of, the land or wherever they are. Mostly, right? There are few ones like their elites who somehow could create a pathway that will give them an access possibly to the government of their, or the government that is their host. So in that process, they drag the millions of others who are just minding their business into what they had no clue about. Because come to think of it, they have Eze Ndigbo in Lagos. And I don't know about you. This is my first time of hearing anyone address himself as Obi of Lagos, if there is no sinister motive. As irrelevant as it should be, I bet some of you who are just hearing or watching this video are probably hearing that for the first time too. So they are celebrating the first year, meaning they created Obi of Lagos. And at the end of the day, when you begin to dig it, you will see that they also have a link to the same APC, Egbekegbe. But what is Obi of Lagos? Like, anyway, their police reacted, okay? And according to them, they found those who were trying to provoke the Ronukus, who are allergic to anything Igbo to start with, right? So their police arrest and the statement, they said, I'm going to go to page 2, or paragraph 2 rather. The principal suspect, Engineer Chibuike Azubike, 65 years old man, an indigenous of Obodoku ancient kingdom in Edeato North local government of Imo State. So he is not a prince. And if he is, by any chance, I mean, I don't think there's anything called Obi of Imo State to start with, if it is not just number one, right? Even before I continue reading, right? Number one, it is either these guys are intentionally, right, playing the script, which will also very much like help the Ronukus and their sponsor in government to have something, just any reason, right, to target the Igbos in Lagos, because that's the primary goal, right? Or these guys are just so stupid enough that they what is called a self-aware. Fine, it never used to be like this, but in the last 2.5 years or 3 years, right, you have been shown clearly that the APC Egbekegbe in Lagos, right, they have gone tribal and they've taken it national. The Igbos have been singled out. So as an Igbo person, why would you by any means want to get yourself involved in anything that you know ordinarily, right, will trigger these mofos to go after your kith and kins? Self-aware or self-awareness, so to say. Now let's continue what their police had to say. So from there's alongside 3 co-conspirators, say one Chief Chibuzo Ani, age 57 years. Another Chief Martins Waudika. They are calling themselves chiefs. And these were just like, normal people who travel down to Lagos, right? Started probably business owners themselves. But somehow, right, they needed this title attention of a thing without being self-aware of what is going on around them, right? So, 41 years. All 4 suspects are presently in custody in Lagos, blah, blah, blah. Then intelligence available to them indicated that the group had the finalized arrangement to unveil a prototype. Prototype means something they have imagined and built up to, to become their palace in Amu-Wardofin, right? That's the Amu-Wardofin. Now, Amu-Wardofin area is one area in Lagos. But with this action, right, they have then further put more or less like a target on Igbos who are living in other areas in Lagos. If it is not premeditated, then it is absolute tomfoolery, right? So they are, who are these guys? Take a look at them. The one on the left is the one called Engineer something, right? Their leader, Engineer, what's his name again? Chibuike Azubike. That's the one. This is the one parading himself as the Obi of Lagos. Like, what the heck was that? What were they thinking? Then look at the characters who wants to build 1.5 billion palace. You have seen that after your 2023 charade, the Ronukus are, you see the Ronukus, the foot soldiers that are spreading this tribal hatred and the rest of that. They are just mere foot soldiers. They are doing the bidding of those who hold power, the ones who actually really direct and fund the bigotry. So if you are somebody who is a businessman, who has been in Lagos for God knows for how long, right? And you've probably witnessed different kinds of government. And by now, you are yet to figure out that this particular one, for their political survivor, right? The Igbos will remain the target. And you are not so self-aware to that level enough that you have to, embark on an adventure that will further put. I know some will say, but people have the right to. No. There's no right in that sense, right? Prior to this, you won't hear anything called Awujale of Enugu. It will be a complete joke. And that's why there are so many Igbos who personally feel like offended too. Like, what the heck are these guys actually thinking? Like, are you not so aware of your surroundings, right? The level of the level of the political sponsored attacks on your tribe, so to say. Like, are you not that sensitive enough for you to, yeah? So Obi of Onitsha is a paramount ruler. It's actually a real title. When they call somebody, I know that probably Obi means a king in Igbo land too, right? But Obi, especially that title of Obi, is a paramount title. But it's like us in Yoruba land. When you hear about Oba, Oba this, Oba that, that is much like, yeah, he's a king. But once they say somebody is like, for example, Allah for you, and then you hear somebody say it's the Allah of Kano because he's from of your state. Even an ordinary or your person will feel offended. Like, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? Like, do you get that now? So the Ronukus have built on that. And right now, it is like they have, they are fed into that. So the point I want to make this afternoon, by the way, about it, you have your own chance and your shot, right? We already have Ohaneze Ndigbo, which is the umbrella body of the Igbo socio-political group, so to say. In all parts of Nigeria where they have created a prototype of, kind of like a leadership in that sense, or title, we've added the Eze Ndigbo. They say Eze Ndigbo means the leader or the king of the Igbos in Lagos, recognized by their government, right? They have, they have a Seriki Fulani, as much as in the northern part of Nigeria, where you have the Fulani, so to say. Seriki is more or less like a just chief, head, right? But they do have others they call the Amir. That one is higher. So by the time you hear the Emir of Lagos, right, it is going to receive the same treatment. Emir of Enugu or Emir of Port Harcourt, Awujale of Bayelsa. You get what I mean? Obi of Borno. That is more or less like people trying to provoke something. And in this day and time where external factors are pretty much believed as well, right, to be influencing the internal factor that has further helped this division. What we call the fault lines that is so blurred before now is now so open. And there are people who are actually feeding that, feeding that. I get what you mean. I don't think we really want to have that conversation, okay? So if you have the story of, the history of Ilorin, right? So you know that normally, right, if they want to be kind of like a sincere, so to say, there's no point in probably living in Ilorin as part of Yoruba land. The Kwara state, which is today, Ilorin is part of, right? The Ilorin is actually their capital, right? So the Kwara state of today is still comprises of over 70% Yorubas who owns their land, who owns their title, who have the titles of the Yoruba Obas. So you know the history of how Ilorin is that, right? So you can't drop that into this conversation. Like, which traditional house would you say the Kibuke is probably from, and then the Obi of Lagos in Amu ward of it? What historical connection would you put to that? Because I know randomly people can be intentionally like stupid. So you know that history. And Kogi state is not made up of Yorubas only. The only part of, just like you have Ilorin, right? The Yorubas that are part of what is today's Kogi state, they continue to hold their own kings and the titles for them. So you can't say the Yorubas should probably be, Kogi state should be Yoruba land, right? When it is not like that, so to say, because the way they created your state in Nigeria, just a quick digression, right? The way they created your state in Nigeria, they were not created by you. They were not created by the consent of the people. No. That is why you will see today the political, what do you call that one? The political demarcation called borders that are drawn all over Nigeria that you call states today. They are creations of the same, the same Fulani terrorists and their, what have you, collaborators, so to say. And what does that mean? That is why you see those who are supposed to, for example, let's say Benue and Enugu, you will see Igbos who are part of Benue, and they are not supposed to be. If they actually had a referendum that says, okay, here are the borders of the Igbos who are here, okay, where do you want to belong to? Similarly, same thing is all over the place. You didn't draw your map, you didn't draw your state. But that's not the conversation, okay? The conversation is that we are now existing in a contraption that is so divided because it is politically weaponized division. And if you are not so self-aware, right? For example now, okay, after their 2023 charade, the Ronukus were pushing. Mind you, those who are sponsoring them, their intention was actually to go after the same Igbos they considered as a political rivals. But their clowns, their sewage dwellers, they were spreading these hatred rhetorics all over the place. And before you know it, right, the government started demolition of people's properties, people's businesses. We saw all of that. We saw the entire campaign that followed that, where people were actually encouraged that it is not ideal for you to go and put your money in Lagos. Not now that it is more politically charged. And these guys will destroy anything and everything because they have the power to. So if you are wise enough at that point, you won't get yourselves involved in anything that will kind of like set you up for what these guys have always wanted to do. I know eventually it will lead to something else. But you can't pretend the tension that this Tifnubu's presidency has generated in the last 2.5 years. So if somebody is now looking for an excuse to justify the idea that continues to play into the plot or script of the Ronukus, and people are paying the prices, people have lost their properties, they have their document and everything, but they were told to F off. They couldn't go anywhere to go and fight it. So that's the point. Now, the Ronukus themselves, right, they strongly believe that the only way to keep power, the only way, right, to possibly maintain their grip, that power, would be to intensify this tribal that. So only foolish people will continue to play into their hand. There are people there are Igbos all over Yoruba land doing their legitimate businesses, right? They are, doing everything within the space to survive. Now, those people will become the target with the examples like this. They will become the target of these Ronukus who are pretty much good in destroying and building. Then they will blame you for it. Say, well, you caused it. You saw it coming. And all of, though I know this is not going to end well at the end of the day, I am more concerned about the actions, right, that fuels it, that makes them justify their ruinous, violent approaches, right? So yeah, their police said they went to go and tame to prevent the breakdown of law and order. So said suspects are currently in detention and the investigation is progressing, blah, 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 blah. There's no investigation, no how, right? So there are others who believes that, they still strongly believes that these guys are, they are being sponsored to keep acting this way. I'm a word of me in Lagos as a very sizable population of the Easterners. And these ones, right, possibly are less self-aware of their environment enough that they just didn't care, right? So the Igbos in other areas, who possibly have to kind of like face this spreading hatred, right? Are the ones who are saying that nobody sent them, like Obi of where Onitsha or Obi of Lagos. Provocation, it is called. They already have the Eze Ndigbo of Lagos, just like they have the Seriki Fulani of Lagos. They also have the Kabiesi, which is Oba of Yoruba community in Enugu. This one, they said, his name is Aziz Adebayo Olateju, right? And he's called Olorun Moba 1, but it's a Chukwumereze 1 of Edem land in Ibagwa, Nike, Enugu State, right? It's been there. The Ronukus will tell you that, but they are not insulting their host. There's nobody insulting any host because you are politically kind of like a weaponized to consider anybody that is opposed to Tifnumbu as against Yoruba, while you guys are the real culprits of those who are really against Yoruba land. But time will tell. You get what I mean? So they are also so worried. The Ronukus as well. You know what is going on in Nepal? Everybody is watching, everybody is seeing, and people are reacting that, what led to the protests in Nepal. Nepal, right? They said that it's not up to 10% of the looting going on in Nigeria, right? And yet they have succeeded in chasing the criminal regime away. No, the Ronukus are not seeing it like that. You remember when they had the Kenya Revolution too, the Kenya protests, right? The Ronukus were in panic mode because according to them, they strongly fear that if that should happen in Nigeria, it is going to be so bloody. If what we have seen elsewhere, and anybody who is wishing that to happen in Nigeria is an enemy of Nigeria, enemy of the country. Do you know what it takes to rebuild the country? All these people that are burning their country, do you want to burn your country? Blah, 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 like that. So in panic mode. So the Babasue that stopped downloading, they call him Temu Babasue, like the Babasue that you ordered from Temu. Then it stopped downloading at 23%. It's Sheilo, okay? So it was on Twitter where he kind of was, expressing his own fear. Said they're happy about Nepal until rebuilding becomes a problem. They will never learn from Libya. They think revolution won't affect the politicians they love. Keep finding what you can't sustain and remember to start in your region. You get that now? It's referring to the Igbos, making it look like the Igbos are the ones who are asking for revolution. It is called dog whistle. They do it all the time. And just like that, everybody started lashing on that. Go back to your region and do your protest. You need to go to your prayer, blah, 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 blah. So like that, just like it was in Kenya and few other places just before this Nepal. So the Ronukus have always been accusing the opposition, or especially the obedience, as those who wanted revolution in Nigeria because Peter Obi did not become your president. And just like that, it is like a WhatsApp message. Everybody begin to drop their think pieces about that. And it's just going to make it look like, they are the ones who, instead of for Peter Obi to call his supporters now, when that doesn't really work, for example, if that doesn't move, then they will change it to, we don't even know why, we don't know why they want to burn Nigeria down. If they want their Biafra, they should go for their Biafra. I say, we think concern the Biafra people with whether you want to do revolution or not. It is always like that. It's called dog whistle. They push it until it becomes like, do you know that the people that want to burn Nigeria are? It's always like that. So they are in panic mode right now as well, because people are saying, or more, when Nigeria went. And they are the ones in power. They are the ones who probably love Nigeria now. You don't. So they are kind of like making it more like, you want to burn down Nigeria the way they are burning down Nepal. While others are saying, wait, what is happening in Nepal didn't start just yesterday. It didn't start the moment they banned the social media. It's been decades of oppression, suppression, corruption, and all these shons you can get. Like, what are you talking about? People have had enough, of course, yeah. The anarchists and others who have joined the protest, right? They won't invalidate the reasons behind it. If the politicians have done what is right, when it is right, right? There won't be any time that people would like, oh yeah, we need to chase them. We need to, you get? So the Ronokus are warning Nigerians that don't let them deceive you. Don't let them. We don't need revolution. They should go and contest the election. You can't contest election. You can't contest an election with, criminals who have rigged the system. You can't win. And that is even like it's like the bedrock for every other problems that's going to happen. It's going to be the bedrock for every other problem that will happen. When people can't choose their own leaders, when they can't choose their own representatives in a free and fair election, right? So you can't tell people that if they get rigged out, they should wait for another time. And if they disagree that no, that's not going to work, then you are like, what? Roll out the tanks. They did also in Nepal. Today is a different story. If you want me to give you a bit of a flash on that, okay? So that if you are a Ronuku watching me right now, yeah, we want this to happen to the criminals in that contraption. And none of them should be spared. Worry less about that. Maybe you should worry more about some of you that they will use as cannon folders, like sending to the meter grinder to go and probably stop the angry people from coming to them. Hope you won't be there to do that. If they continue to push the people the way they are, and you continue to excuse them by saying, yeah, it didn't start today, it's because they lost the election, it's because the blah, blah, all those excuses, right? When the alarm go blow, right? Wallahi, you go hold your phone to type, you won't be able to type anything. It will get too heavy. Because you see those ones you are defending on the run, either jumping shopper, like they did in Nepal 2 days ago.
पार्टी मंत्री क्वार्टर को अगाडिपट्टि को अवस्था सबै आर्मीहरूको पोजिसन ल यो
That was when they were all jumping into shoppers to escape their own citizens. But if you go on TikTok and just search for the Nepalese or Nepal politicians, Nepal luxury and all that, you will see the life that their politicians and their families, their children, they are enjoying, right? To enrich everyone while their citizens, most of them live in squalor. So built up anger, rage, and all that. And they have been so divided too, like Nigeria. Yeah, they were divided along religious and tribal lines too. You know, they have many languages like you, by the way. But however, that religion plays a very huge factor in their country, the Hindus and all that. You get? So they are like, because of this religious thing, it allowed the politicians there, right, to have the longevity of misrule, bad leadership. Because any moment that, even when people wanted to get angry with the religious leaders, religious preaching and the rest, they will be calmer. They will be given like, you know, this false hope. So people were so divided until they were not. And that is the shocker for the ruling class. It shocked them. Like, what? This, a day before everything scattered, right? They sent their military on the streets to do like they normally do in Nigeria, right? They sent their military to the streets with their trucks, like they are going to war, to parade the street to warn everybody that you better don't try nonsense. You try nonsense, will kill everybody. So they killed 23 people. That was when the arsonists took over. The arsonists are those who are willing to burn anything down. All they needed was just an excuse to do that. You know? But if the military or the police didn't kill anyone, there's a chance that there will be no need for burning or any other thing that followed, right? Of course, in a dictatorship, in a tyrannical system, right, it is normal, you know, to brutalize them, oppress them, and do all of that. See, a journalist saw a terrible state of an hospital in Kirby, and he made a video of it to call the attention of the government. As you are watching this video, the guy has been arrested. He has been locked up. For what? For inciting the public. Incitement. Cyberbullying the government of Kirby States. Those are the charges. That's the society you have. And there are thousands like that who are going through that same treatment with no justice, and they have been told to keep quiet. Like this guy.
Yo, what's up, Watawa? Ku kalli wannan bidiyon da kyau. Wannan asibitin Sayahaya Memorial Hospital kenan da ke jihar Kebbi. Now, I'm not going to blame the governor, saboda probably ba za su taɓa bari bidiyon nan ya tafi wurin gwamna ba. Ba za ma su bari gwamnati ma ta gani ba, balle ma har ta ce wani abu akai. You understand? So I'm not going to blame the governor, amma gwamnan ma za mu dawo kan shi. Now, let's talk about su management din wannan asibitin. Dan Allah ku duba mutane fa. Ku duba yadda mutane suke, patients suke zaune a cikin ruwa. Akwai soak away. Ku duba suna cikin datti da cuta. You cannot evacuate them. Idan ma an ce okay, you cannot evacuate them, ba ku da wurin da za ku kai su. Ba za ku iya ce masu su koma gida ba, su je ko su koma wani asibitin. You allow them to just be like that. Wai likitocin masu ce su ba su iya shiga cikin ruwan ba. Haka aka bar da wanda ake treatment, da waɗanda ake treating, da waɗanda suke kula da su, dukka ga su suna zaune jibge a cikin datti. Dan Allah dan Annabi, wannan wani irin rayuwa ne. Ya kamata gwamnatin Kebbi ta ɗauki mataki akan waɗannan shugabannin asibitin nan. 4 da suka saka wa'annan mutanen life ɗinsu in danger with all the soak away da ruwan datti da komai kun basu a ciki suna zaune hankalin ku kwanci. Now let's go back to the government. Wannan abin da ku gani ruwa yana shiga drainage ne, ba wai fa an yi ambaliyar ruwa bane a gaba ɗaya irin a'a drainage system ne mai kyau babu a wurin, shi da yake janyowa ruwa yake shiga cikin asibitin ya je ya kwanta duk sanda aka yi ruwa. Now for more than 3 years wannan abin ya sha faruwa. For more than 3 years executive ya haka yake faruwa kowane shekara. Babu good drainage system dan Allah dan Annabi, asibiti ne fa a wurin nan fa. Asibiti ne a wurin, rayukan mutane ne fa a wurin. Ni I don't know me ke damuwa da gwamnati da asibiti in anything lafiya da education kaman ba su da interest ne ko me, ni ban sani ba. Wannan wani irin rayuwa ne? Hi. Yo, what's up, Watagwa?
They arrested him after that video. He is currently in detention because he called the attention of the hospital management for a general hospital, called the attention of the government, and he said, I won't even blame the governor. The management and those who were supposed to be there. Oh, then the government. He said, well, government, I mean, if you have done the drainages, right? Like, you can't even do evacuation. People were there in the hospital, right? Flooded hospital. They are inside the water there. Until this journalist saw it and made a video. And they said he's making the government look bad. He's inciting the people against the government. So they arrested him. Not those who left sick people in a flooded hospital. No. He's the one who is a troublemaker. So that kind of a society, is that not a society that is already breeding revolutionists? It's only just one spark that they need. And then you would think somebody is sponsoring them. Well, because eventually people are going to sponsor the revolution in Nigeria. Because revolutions don't just happen. They have to be built on something. Sorry, sponsoring revolution or sponsoring the regime change in your country don't just happen. They are built on the resentment that you already have for those who are leading you, who don't give a damn about you. That resentment has built up in Nigeria. And if you have anybody currently or any group of people currently funding the regime change in that contraption, these are the reasons. These are the ingredients. These are the chemicals that will make it explode eventually. Injustice. Right now in Nepal, yeah, where everything has gone up in smoke. The regime has been changed, the military has taken over, but the people are still on the streets. So to say, now there are allegations that, you know, this protest in Nepal is externally sponsored or maybe externally sponsored. And I'm not going to rule that out. No, I'm not going to rule it out. I'm just saying that the criminals who are in charge of the country right now, treating people this way, hoping that there's just going to be like, that's it, nothing is going to happen. What they are doing is that they are helping to build, you know, the base, the real base for the revolution that will consume everybody. All of them. Injustice that you see is a threat to justice anywhere. And it's spread like virus that the citizens have now become hostages in the hand of those who are leading them. Where do you think that's going to end? A woman who lost everything in Oworo granted this interview. I'm mixing them up for you now as a Ronoku that is trying to tell people, right, on how to react or how to behave in a rigged system where the state where the country is currently experiencing state capture. Right? I'm showing you this. So what is going on in Nepal eventually is going to happen in that contraption. The thing is, or the question should be, when? It's not a matter of if anymore. It is a matter of when. Bukwari has managed to dodge it. Right? And Tifnombu is making it worse. So don't blame anyone. Eventually, here is another victim of the selfish, greedy ruling class. in a contraption where being a citizen seems to be like a sin.
Building approval. I said, okay, what do you expect us to do now? He said we should bring all our documents, we should come and submit our documents, photocopies, which we went there, we went back, we did it. We left all our documents there. We submitted the photocopies. And those even that have a CFO submitted theirs too. Okay, he said we should go. So someone advised us that we should go to head of Labska, Abdul Ghani Oki or something.
Bolan Oki.
So we now went there. We went to his office. He said he's not aware. So he now checked the number on the abatement paper. He called. He said, "Ṣé ìwọ ló lọ lẹ ìwé sí Òjìlẹ́rù?" He said, "Yes." He said, "Ta ló rán ẹ?" He said, "Bàbá màá wá rí yín sà." Borí ò pé ni mò ń bẹ sọ̀rọ̀. Mo ní ta ló rán ẹ? It was on speaker. We were hearing everything. Ta ló rán ẹ? Said Kábíyèsí ni.
Can you interpret that in English?
Yes. When we went, Oki now called the number on the abatement notice. When he called, he now called, "Sheye, were you the one that went to place papers on people's properties at Ojileru?" He said, "Yes." He said, "Who sent you?" He said, "Baba, I will come and see you, sir." So, Mr. Oki now said, Are you crazy?" I said, "Who sent you?" He now said it was Kábíyèsí that sent him.
The king.
The king.
Who is the Sheye?
The Sheye was the one that led them to place the abatement bill. He was the one that led them. So, Mr. Oki now advised us that we should go and liaise with the Oba, the Kábíyèsí, the king, so that we should ask him what he really wants from us. Maybe he wants us to rebuy the properties from him. Okay, we now went. It took us 3 days before we could see him on getting there. So we now talked to him. We begged him. Now he said he didn't need our money. All he needs from us is to go and make our house standard. That he needs standard houses in this area because we are a central Lagos state. Because the Tomeland Bridge is very close to this place. So he wants beautiful houses. He doesn't want face me, I face you. Okay, we said, okay, we agreed. Then I've almost finished my house. Because of that, I went to Ikorodu to sell my only property there. 10 million naira, which I use to do this. Even I've sent the video to you. I've finished everything, POP, tiles everywhere, just to finish the frontage of my house. So it was on that Friday, on the 6th, Saturday night.
Friday night.
Friday midnight.
Stroke Saturday.
Around to 1, stroke Saturday to 1 in the midnight. So it was someone that called me. I said, why is this guy calling me at this time of the day? So I announced, what is wrong? He said, Mommy, they've started demolishing. No, I wasn't putting on anything. I was just shouting my son's name. Before I came out, they have already at the 4th house there. We were inside in the midnight. I didn't believe it. If I don't know what to do, I was stranded. It was my son that gingered me that, Mommy, I can park. We couldn't park anything before we knew it. They just, my son wanted to park the plumbing materials there. They didn't allow us. They pushed me away. It was only the box of my documents that I was able to take out. But what is baffling me is that as a civil servant, even in Loma, if you want to seal a company, even a barriga, as a revenue officer, if you want to seal lock up shops, you will still give them 7 days. From 7 days, 3 days abatement notice. 3 days, 24 hours. Even the 24 hours will still take another 3 days.
But the last GenZ, they did all this.
That
they give abatement notice.
They did not give us abatement notice. They came last May, and they only asked us not. They didn't say
we should vacate our land
to demolish. They said we should. They didn't even say renovation.
Come with your document.
He said we should come with our document that we should come and file for building approval. Not that they want to demolish.
You said what month? What month was that? Which month?
May.
It was May this year, 2025.
May,
the first came
April.
So the way we took our documents there, it was May.
And did they respond after that?
Yes.
What was their response when you took their documents?
They said we should try. They said we should apply for building approval, which we cannot meet with that time. They said at least as we have registered, if we will be planning to
since you have survey,
that was the agreement.
Since you have
building approval.
So that's their story. And you would possibly think, oh, if the government of Lagos is Yoruba and these people are Yorubas, there should be some leverage. For example, like they said, they went to go and see the king. What do you want from us? Not because they are, what do you call those people again? No, squatters. They are not squatters. They are not people who just barged onto a land and started building. No. What do you want from us? Why do you give us notice? Why do you want to demolish our houses? And he said he didn't need their money. He wanted beautiful buildings in that part of his kingdom, I think. What he didn't tell them was that he's already got somebody who is ready to pay times 10 what they may want to even offer him. And those ones can build new buildings or whatever they want to build. That tens of thousands of these people will become homeless, frustrated, and some will die. 23 have died so far. There is no single word from the government of Lagos State, not from the governor, no one. Right? But the Ronukus, as usual, they are more invested in whether we should be calling Owambe, or Usabi cook the best soup between the Igbos and the Yorubas. Who is the owner of Adire in the between Yorubas and Igbos? While lives are being destroyed, the lives of their own supposed people that they claimed to care for, they are taking their lands from them, possibly giving the land to Lebanese, Chinese, Indians, or God knows who else is ready to pay the premium price. The injustice they breed. Of course, they are the people who were singing on your mandate, they shall stand. At the time, I think I have a caller. Did I get you on? Hello.
Maye Baba.
Baba.
Maye Baba. Greet you, my brother.
Good afternoon.
Fine, good afternoon.
Yeah,
thank you very much. Fine. We thank God. We bless God. Thank you for your effort. Thank you for everything. All this your program. It goes a long way, Baba. God bless you. Our family, our every.
Well, we are surviving. Sure you get
yeah.
We are still living.
As
so
well.
we thank God. We say thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. And I would like to talk about this Nepal. Just like what you said so far, it is the like photocopy of what is happening in Nigeria at the moment.
Right.
You've been saying all these things for a very long time, and people always take it for granted. They don't believe that this thing can happen. And the funniest thing is, we saw like something like that in 2020 during the NSAS,
Yes.
when everything was in flame and it nearly gutted the whole country. But one way or the other, they managed to quench the fire then. And, we thought maybe they would change, but our politicians now still get more worse by the day. This Oronshoki demolition, It's not. It doesn't have anything to do with maybe whatever. They needed that land. That land is waterfront. There has been rumors for a very long time, maybe like 10, 15 years now, that there are some areas in Lagos that on a president, the greedy man that thought maybe he won't die again, Tifnumbu Kolu, he has eyes on some areas in Lagos. And that Uronshoki is part of it. I used to have a family that has property that bought land, that built house there. Long time ago, I remember when we were still young then. And,
like
that place.
People who just rank up a year ago or 2 years ago. These are people, this is place where they have raised.
I'm talking about 30 years ago.
In their own houses.
Yes. Me, I'm talking about 30, 40 years ago, when we were still babies then, we were still very young then. I have families, cousins that bought property there. So all those property that are there were issued, the license, the building survey, everything were issued by the Lagos State government. Then
every successive government will come with something.
Yes,
people should pay for this
exactly.
For their land. They will pay
for their land, tenement rates, all those things. But now. Yes, now. So all those things that they are saying is fake, Baba. That's Oba. You know what the APC is doing, Lagos State, especially all this Southwest, Tinubu is spearheading it. Every Obas, all those kings in Yoruba land, covering every Southwest state, they are putting their own boys there. They are putting their own loyalists there that will listen to them, that will
selling land.
Yeah, Obas, they are selling land. There are a lot of them.
They are number one land grabbers. If all of us are
I'm telling you, 100%. Look at what is happening in that Muod of it. It's part of it. They sold all the lands to the Igbos.
God bless you.
To the Igbos. And they were using the money to go and spray Wasiu every Friday. Go and spray Pasoma. They are marrying 4, 5, 6, 8 wives. All those people, if you see all their children are the ones doing Agbero, constituting nuisance in Lagos State that you're seeing, all those Ronuku, all those bastards, seaway dwellers that you see online.
Their children is able to actually get, any one useless degree anywhere. They quickly hook them up to APC so that they can
absolutely,
or they will
absolutely.
You get personal assistant.
Yes,
this one and that one.
Yes, so. Yes, now they are the ones you see in Lagos State government that they will have one top position. They will say just arrived from UK, just arrived from Malaysia. They went to Egypt, especially those Muslim among them. They will go to Egypt. One university that they will go to in 6 months. They've gotten BSc degree. They will come back like all those all of them. They went to Egypt to go and study. Many things. That Muod of thing, I live there. And I'm still living there at the moment. Even though I'm abroad, I have my family is there. That is the way they did. They demolished people's houses far back, very long time ago. And they now sold all those land to the Igbo. Today, they are regretting that Igbos, and they are still selling. In First Act, 6th Avenue, there is a place that is swampy area. They are selling land there now, 30 million. They even told me to come and buy. I said, never. Over my dead body. First act that Muod of it, plus Mazamaza satellites, all those places, Arabule Ado. In fact,
they sell land there. They sold dump sites.
I'm telling you, they've sold mortuary cemetery. Yes,
can pay. And yes, can begin to dump their rubbish anywhere they want, and the government is aware.
Baba. They are aware. They are the ones. And the funniest thing is all this Ronoku is affecting them too. Many of them, their parents are being. Look at that woman that you showed us the video. She works for Lagos State now.
The Ronokus who somehow believes that why should he be paying a rent to an Igbo man in Lagos?
Exactly.
Then he found the gathering of the Ronokus where such kind of thought are entertained. That is, it's not their fault. It is, we must chase them all away. We must send them away. And they're like, it is possible to just send people away. And what will happen?
Away.
We can't take their properties or what?
Exactly, or what? Just imagine.
They're responsible for selling all these lands. They are also the ones who are telling them that people want to come and take over their land. How?
Absolutely. You could imagine. It doesn't make sense because you see all these Ronukus, all of them, they will go and be doing what do they call it, for all these Igbo boys, and those Igbo guys are the ones giving them money to eat. They will be doing Oraisa, I know many of them now. It's those Igbo boys that are funding them, giving them money to eat, to feed, to do all those things. And look at all those amount of things. It's Igbo people that develop that area. When they start buying land there, Mayegun 80 million. When the land were being sold at first, it was being sold for as low as 3 million, 5 million. You see Yoruba man take 3 million, 5 million for one plot. Igbo man will come, will take maybe 10 million, 12 million. The Oba there, Babonile, Yoruba man will shank his own fellow Yoruba man, go and sell to Igbo because he brought more money. That is how that land was going. My father wanted to buy, back in the days, early 80s, but it was swampy area. All those people buying land there, they are spending a lot of money. That's why I praise those people that it's not easy. If you buy land there, every land there is swampy area. You know that there is a canal that have divided my true first park, Mazamaza, all those places. There's water, all those places are waterland, swampy area.
Okiafa area.
It's close to Okiafa, that bomb blast that affected that people went into era, the swampy area, 2002, that Ikeja bomb blast that affected people. If you remember that time, all those, that my true amount of it crossed into Ago Palace, Okota, Isolo, Okiafa, all those, they are very close. If you are driving, it's no more than 10, 15 minutes to each other. They are very close to themselves. They are all swampy areas. But Igbo people will buy the land. They will go and develop it, build mansions, beautiful, beautiful houses, hotels, service apartments. Sometimes if I go to Nigeria, I stay there. I'll just chill, comfort, everything. But the problem is, all these sewage dwellers.
Why should anybody feel like they are a threat in any way?
Yes,
if it is
Baba, if you know how much, exactly, if you know how much tax those people are paying, tenement rate, land use charge, if I start counting it, now Sanwo-Olu has signed into law in Lagos that they will start paying money on borehole if you dig borehole. And Lagos State is no more providing water. Lagos State Water Corporation back in the days, you live in Lagos, you are from a Stunt family now, but Baba, back in the days,
you get like back in the day, you go to see pipe that burst. Water go the rush for days.
Rush inside.
Go stop. Sometimes we have to pick up the pipe from the gutter. It's not like all this dark, dirty gutter they have today.
Yes,
you pick it up
clean,
and you
exactly.
run it and you start fetching water from there directly. This place was how free and available water used to be. And it was like that too in my village, in my hometown then, Udogbolu. But this was it's now looking like ancient.
Today, Baba, there's nothing. Baba, go all those water corporations, they are compound everywhere. There's one at my true Amor in there. Baba, you will weep for that country. You weep for Lagos State. Do you know that Forbes News about 10 years ago, they carried Tinubu as #1 landlord in Lagos State? There is no place that doesn't have land.
Lagos
Landlord, God bless you, Baba. You know those things, everything. Forbes, American newspaper came, they did investigation deep. So when we want to hack the system and Lagos State land use charge, there's no place that Tinubu doesn't. Baba, if you buy land for Lagos now, all those money they will say pay for this one, pay for that one. Tinubu getting share for each land where they say in get money where you go pay. So all those people, all those politicians, they do for themselves. They are not doing for the people. But those sewage dwellers don't know all those things, and it's affecting them indirectly or directly. Many of them now are homeless. All their papa, they've sold all their family house. They've sold everything for the Igbo people. That's why they are homeless. That's why they are jealous. All those Igbo this thing all the time is jealousy, out of jealousy. Igbo people, we know them to be very hardworking. I have them as friends. I work with these Igbo people.
It was
now.
It was never like this. So if you see anything between Yoruba and Igbo, na bantas, you get
Not bantas now.
Or it
No,
is
I-
now it is more sensitive now. That's why I said
Absolutely.
that if I am an Igbo person doing my own business in Lagos as it is, I would never be happy if a group of people, for whatever political, whatever they are into, decided to, you know what I mean, trigger this movement because they have the power, they have the politics, and they can go on and on until, probably until they lose the power. It's never going
Absolutely, you make sense. You make sense, Baba. 100%. Look at what is happening in Dumota the other day. You came to share it with us. You saw everything. They were obtaining Igbo people, their shops, their this thing, they are selling Dumota, all those Mandelas.
Opportunity, they will bounce on them, and they've mostly got nothing to lose.
Absolutely, and they don't want to work. They are very lazy. All this rubbish.
Nonsense.
Yes, but all those things, like you said, but me, I believe when I first saw it, I believe it was politically planted.
You get
to show, to dirty the Igbos, to show, to incite them to put exactly, they will react,
and they need something.
All those
they
things.
Need something so that they can justify why they are either attacking any vulnerable Igbo businesses and whatever, right? Or why they are putting policies. Baba, these guys have political positions at government level that they are setting the authority on how to arrange the Igbo streets in Lagos as a project.
Baba, they do them. I get people where they work for local government in Lagos State. I don't want to go too deep. I don't want them to be tracking my people, and my Igbo, they are cleaning Igbo names. Say Lagos and the first capital for Nigeria.
I'm just saying that
they are doing it every day.
I'm just saying that if everybody is paying attention, it all started from that 2023. Most of the things you are seeing they are doing, most of these roads have set them online. We need to remove all their names. We need to chase them away from Kiniko Market.
100%.
The next they start demolition there. We need to make sure that we chase them out of Kiniko area. They start demolition of houses there. Stuff like that.
Baba,
random.
Yes, they are targeting areas with the highest population of Igbos now. See that airport road that demolish houses. Then, now what do they don't do for there? They say they want to expand the road, airport road. The people build house on under power line, some build house on top pipeline. We could carry crude oil, this one, that one. Now go and check it, Baba. Nothing has been done. So they just purposely demolish those Igbos to chase them away. Some of them to frustrate them back to their states. And those people have been in Lagos State since when Lagos State don't be capital of Nigeria. Baba, we get people who don't the Abuja will be Yoruba. I get people who they born for Abuja now 40-something years old. In terms of they born for Abuja, I can't imagine say Abuja don't be capital since maybe 1993. I've been in 1992. They carry capital go Abuja now. So look at people who don't they there since that time. Maybe they come to say they no get right for Abuja. Say they no feel stay for there. They no feel do business. And they are still Nigerians.
We're not talking about Ghana. We're not talking about Cameroon.
Exactly.
We are still talking about the same Nigeria, the supposed Nigeria. Sure, you get.
Yes. Yes. Just imagine it's sad. It is well, Baba. Thank you very much.
People.
God
it's
bless
a matter
you.
Of time. What you think will happen will eventually happen. And it's not about wishes.
Very soon, Baba.
Take care.
Very soon. All right.
It is not about you trying to say, okay, I wish. It's not about wishes. They are radicalizing people. All these things they are like, accumulating. The cumulative of this would explode to something someday. And it's not a matter of if. It is a matter of when. Hello. Did I get you through? Can you hear me? Right. Sometimes the line can be that funny. So please try again. Okay. So where was I? Here is what Isaac Fayoshe had to say when it comes to this your one Nigeria. One Nigeria. Is Nigeria really one?
They said Nigeria belongs to Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, at least. Since where I know, they will say Nigeria is Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba. But since 1999, where democracy don't come back, Igbo, they didn't allow them to be president. They always push them. Go to your village. They go. They talk, say then they go. They don't let them go. They say they are if they talk Biafra, nah bad language, then they talk. We accept. But how can you say Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, and since 1999, Igbo man cannot be president? Since 1999, Igbo man cannot be vice president. And you say we are one. Wazobia. Wazobia ko. Wazobia ni. Even Igbo man, Peter Obi, we try, we gather votes. Suddenly, in vote way high, it can't shrink. They say go to court. In a country where there is no justice. Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, my foot. From Hausa, Yoruba, Hausa. So remove that Igbo where they put there. Because you know just they use and do 419. Igbo we no fit be vice president. Igbo we no fit be president. You they can't say Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba. I don't care if you say this thing is dividing us. You, government, by your behavior, you are already dividing us. You are already dividing us. How can we say Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba? But power will go to Yoruba, then go enjoy. Throw them back to Hausa. But when Igbo man come out, then go they blackmail them. There is no justice in the land, Joe Elojoko. They said,
which is true. If you disagree, you are also right. Hello there.
Hello, my Guja.
Yes, sir. Is that Polapenga?
This is your AD from Japan, always on BRUNCHTIME only.
Say that again.
It's ND. I always come from Japan, and it's only on BRUNCHTIME I always come.
I just get to see. I'm beginning to actually miss my touch because I barely take course now, right? So 18, possibly midnight already, or close to it.
Exactly 11:21.
11:21 p.m. Wow. Baba?
Yeah. So I'm always on only this time. The other ones is replay. That's
you told me. I'm glad that to go through. Calling this hour too. Oh, yeah. You have been following this.
You remember the last time the last time I talked with you, I told you about my brother listening to you. That anybody that my brother is listening, that means that person is right.
Thank you.
You know, I told you. I don't even know that day he was even listening to you.
When we were having that
chat, when I finished talking to you. After I finished talking with you, the guy that called me said, "Oh, that was a long conversation with Mayugu."
That's class. Anyway, Baba.
So I was like, "Oh my God!" So even there, I was like, let me just there's something I want to just make a just support. You know, I am from Eastern side. I want to ask, what is this thing about title or title from our people? I don't understand. What is this?
The obsession with it. The duplication
the obsession of you want to take title from another man's land. What is this? Really? I was like, what is this title they give on now? I want to understand. If they make money, they make money from this title. What is this title? What is it for? Make una tell us. Make we understand.
It has outlived its relevance if we are all being honest anyway. That somebody is going somewhere to become Oba or to become Emir. Seriki or to become Eze, this or that. It's almost like lost its touch. But when people make it, I'm like, are you making money from it? Like, what exactly is the benefit to yourself and to the people you are claiming to represent? I still couldn't figure it out.
I'm telling you. I understand. I know. I said when they put that man for cricket, make it there forever. So that people go left. Because I don't know what you want to take this title for. What is this title want give you? Listen, you know the tension day now for all this tribal. He's not supposed to bring this issue out again. Anybody where even they plan this themselves, he's supposed to put them off until Tinubu regime worker. Until even if now 4 years or 8 years.
anymore. It's going to be about other people. When they say they mind their own business, they all do their own also. From there, something could just happen. Like, people are not sensitive enough.
I don't know. I don't know whether these people self know what they happen for Nigeria now. I'm telling you. If they understand self, all these Igbo people who they live for Lagos, it's supposed to pipe loop. You're not supposed to even do anything. Make people recognize you from this tribe. I am telling you because you know what Tinubu they bring for Nigeria. So all those things you want
to go to and say, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go to court. Which court?
Which court? In which court? He say now they don't stop ADC. Latest thing, they don't stop ADC. Oh, David Mark and this the secretary from parading themselves as the leader. See him now. What do I want to do now? When I want to go court again, which court do I want to go again now? I don't understand this our Igbo people. I think when they stop this,
you get
stop this nonsense.
You see, it be like, for example, right? The country where we are there now, we are having problem of immigration this, immigration that. Okay.
Yeah,
in the midst of that, right? They are preaching about this. Muslims want to take over Britain. Muslims this or that is so strong. Do you get me now? Now imagine that as that one immigration religion is something that is at the front burner right now between the government and the people here. So let's say around that time is the time I can say I won't gather my people. We need to go and fight for a creation of a mosque, right? In the street. We did have a mosque. You know, say that means I'm just gonna I'm an immigrant here, sure you get. And I gather other immigrant because okay, we need a mosque. Now that means we are being insensitive. Because what happened is that there are other immigrants who just want to live peaceful life, do legitimate thing, do their thing, and you say you get no break any law. No, they're not interested in any other political stuff, right? Now you take that action and play it into the hand of those who are already saying Muslims must go, immigrants must go. You just play it into their hand. And in that process, it won't just be about you. It will be about
that is exactly what it is.
I don't know.
That is exactly what it is. Because
that's why we suspected that it may actually have been sponsored or planted for a moment like this.
Yeah. Well, of course, you are not far from the truth anyway, because it might be sponsored. Really, it might be sponsored because I really don't understand. Oh, you know this station, you still contemplating on getting title in that Lagos, only that Lagos that people are saying you don't belong here. Why must it be now? Sometimes I was like, when I saw those news yesterday, I was like, is this man crazy or what? Is this man out of his mind? Oh, but all these things that is happening, if this man is not listening is he not listening to the news? Is this man not listening to social media?
We have videos of people who lost their markets, who told us how much they lost because government came overnight after the election and they started demolishing. Have you forgotten me? There are so many of them that lost billions and billions from all these demolitions. Nothing happened, no compensation, no nothing in the last 2 years. So anybody who is a businessman, whether you are Igbo or not, you are sensitive of what is going on because as they are targeting Igbos, the Yorubas are also becoming victims too because some of the properties are also owned by the Yorubas, but they didn't care. So how can you be in Lagos, even if you are not on social media? How can you be in Lagos and say you are a business person? You didn't hear your other people from other markets who called you, told you what they are passing through. That's insensitivity.
You know, one thing I like about you, you are like, if you are a pastor, all those pastors in Nigeria, and nobody can even doubt your prophecy whenever you say something. Remember one day I overheard you say that they will tell you that Igbos are coming to take their land, They are the people who are coming to take their land. The thing that happened in the Urushoki is a typical example of what you always say, what you always lament on. That's why, unless I'm busy, that I will listen to you. Because I know that whatever you are bringing out there, Nobody without.
I appreciate you, Baba. We'll keep reminding people. You see, on my platform, right? I am pretty much against most of these injustices because I have seen through it, right? The injustice they are.
Another thing about it is that you are not biased. If people do something not bad, you give them their own. You know this, I will start it. You are not biased. That's one thing I like about it.
Some don't like it because you see, there are those who are like, if I am talking about this now, right, and they agree with me, right? If tomorrow I'm now talking about this, they will say, no, man, you're going to leave that one. Leave that one. Go and talk about this. You know, that's why I like it. When I now say, what do you mean? I want to talk about this. They will say, man, I used to respect this guy. I thought this guy is, I've heard that many times. You get that now, but it won't really stop me from saying what I have to say because everybody is not here to come and agree with me, right? They're just here to probably know what is going on and probably compare with what they know as well. And if it's kind of matches, it helps everybody to understand the situation better and maybe make informed decision too. Thank you so much.
Lastly, there's one thing you talk about Mazin and the Canada is not doing right. You understand? You say in your own opinion, this is the way he's supposed to go through. Yeah, I really, even though I'm a strong supporter of him. Yes, you make sense.
Yes,
exactly.
And I like telling people that I have the right to be wrong, which means if I say something based on what I know, and then after that I realize that I was wrong, I will come back and say, you know what, I was actually wrong. What I got to know later is that I'm not ashamed of that. That's why I'm like, if anybody wants to probably counter what I say, they shouldn't just counter it because they don't like the way I say it. They should counter it with something that is, you know what I mean, like factual. Anyway, Mark, it's been a pleasure. Send me well to your love, right? And he probably is listening to our conversation right now. So you have a good evening. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Now that said, let's take one more. My time is almost there. I still have something I want to share with us. But here, hello. Did I get you through? See, somehow, right? The WhatsApp connection can be. Let's try it again. My caller. Let's try it again. So the connection can be a little bit like frozen, so to say. The Prince.
Yes, sir.
How are you, Baba?
Good morning. Very, very well. It's really good to connect again. Thank you for the great show as usual.
Thanks, Baba.
Thank you very much for not relenting, regardless the motivation that YouTube is bringing. It's only temporary.
I believe.
At some point, this will be in the past. So thank you for continuing what you're doing. I appreciate you, my brother.
Thanks, Baba. And I appreciate the encouragement and the support too. You're a star.
Yeah, I wanted to quickly answer the previous when he asked a question about what do people benefit from these titles. They actually benefit a lot, including money. You see, when people have the ability to control other people, it can become financially rewarding for them. And people are able to control other people using two major tactics in our society: religion and tradition. When people are convinced to call their fellow man their king, a regular ragtag useless hustler is now the king of people. Those people that are the subject of that so-called king, they will have to pay some sort of homage, and that includes financial reward. It will somehow translate into financial revenue for those kings. So that's why people do these things that they do. Although part of the security complex, because a lot of these people, what makes them feel good about themselves is if they can call themselves, oh, I'm a king, I'm a priest, oh, I'm a king in my village.
Title chief.
Yeah, it's low because in real life they are not kings. Let's even be honest. If you are a king, you just open your window, look outside of your community. It's full of poverty. But you're trying to become a king over the poverty-stricken environment and people. But the most importantly, the answer to the question is the reason why these people are always looking for these titles. Sometimes they use the religious aspect. You find a lot of young people these days, they say, oh, I'm a pastor. Call me Pastor Daniel. Or Pastor, I'm Pastor. You know, because naturally, our people have been conditioned to worship so-called pastors, so-called kings. And that's the game that these guys are playing. So that's my response, and that's my contribution to the show this morning.
Bless you. The African Thank you. Thank you so much. You have a very good morning, Baba. So that's the brief contribution of the African Wahala. Now, let's see if I get this caller back. Somehow, the network is not getting you connected. Okay, you are connected now. Let's try it. Hello.
Hello, Maya. Good morning from here.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. And you? African Wahala, what you just said is what I tried to call in since and say. I saw those people that said they are kings. They are dirty criminals. They are not Igbo king anywhere. They are doing that thing for personal gain. You know, when they come in a situation like that, you know, in a place, they try to form as a king and all these things. We know who is king. King can never be dirty as those people that is dirty, like dirty people. You know, they are criminals. They are not kings anywhere. They need to, like the guy from Japan said, he says that they are not insensitive. They are stupid. Because I will not use the word insensitive. They are very, very stupid. Their head, their brain are blocked with foam. So all these things that are happening, and a normal human being, as we both people, we used to say that it's only a tree. You will tell the tree that I'm coming tomorrow to cut you down. The tree will still stand there. But we say to that thing to a human being, he will take his Ben Johnson and run away. You will not meet him there the next day. So there's a problem now. Tinubu is a virus, not only in Lagos State, not only in the north, it's also in Igbo. I saw a news yesterday in Anambra State, a whole Igbos. I'm not talking. I don't want to bring Igbo higher than any other people because every human being has sense, common sense God has given to us, and for us to prosper and make use of our environment. I saw an Igbo politician empowering Igbo people with wheelbarrow and cutlass.
I saw it too, but
you see, it can never happen.
That's why I've not added it to my program.
It can never happen.
It has never happened
so
that before.
It can never. Normal people also they can only give food, but to tell you that I want to empower you with wheelbarrow in Igbo land is a cost. So we don't do it. So Tinubu style of ruling from not a Tinubu. I will not just call only Tinubu. I will call from APC, all those people parading themselves as APC, the PDP. In fact, all these politicians this time around, they are from pit of hell. They are from pit of hell. I saw what is happening at Nepal. They brought Nigerians. The Nigerians are worth nothing again. Even animals, they cannot keep their dogs the way they are keeping Nigerians. I saw what happened 3 days ago at the market in Onitsha. They killed people.
Security vigilantes shot 3 or 4 people.
Child brigade. Yeah, if you want to implement a cleanup or sanitation or something like that, what do you have to do with guns?
With weapons.
It has nothing to do with guns, weapons. And 3 people, when they saw the victims gone down, they were all there shouting.
They didn't know what to do. Exactly. The woman that got shot, right? The woman that later died there, she was shot.
Yeah.
When she sat down on the floor, she was bleeding. Her blood was here. She was sitting there. Few minutes later, like 2 minutes later, she was down. Few minutes after that, she was out.
Yeah, because like Africans or Nigerians in particular, that we're supposed to know more. Nobody knows how to apply CPR. Nobody knows how to block, stop bleeding in any way, like with your hand first or with any clothes, clean clothes. Nobody knows it. Even when we do it, no hospital, no functioning hospital. I saw one guy from the north after saying like what the video you just played. I saw that news. My heart bleed because look at a sick person laying down on in a bed without an iron bed without mattress. That person is just like is death warrant now. So and somebody that tried to raise awareness instead of the governor to be ashamed of himself or the management to the medical director there to be ashamed of themselves, they went and arrested that guy. I will never hear anything from that guy again. First thing, they will cancel his name in the prison. Yeah,
he's a journalist, right? He's working for, I think, the leadership newspaper or something. Sure, you get. So they will make him apologize. He will now apologize to these criminals if he wants to have his freedom.
You know, you said something. You see, somebody said, Nepal Revolution is just a photocopy to Nigeria. You know, Tinubu, I pity them and people people that are still have more life to live in this earth because nobody knows who's going to die next. No. A living tree can fall before a dry one. Right. We know that naturally. But the way the picture I'm seeing, Mr. Tinubu, he's already close to his death. He's supposed to be doing good things now. You know, normally. But those people still in their late 60s, early 50s that are working with him, that still have long enjoyment to enjoy their wealth, to enjoy their life with their families. You know, they are the ones that I'm blaming because he said during Buhari, they managed to quench NSAS. Yeah. But now, this Tinubu regime, you can see for the first time, police people are coming online to make video about their frustration. And military people are coming to make video about the frustration they are seeing in the administration of military organization and even the frustration, the way they are seeing the one killing their friends and their mates, and they are still rewarding those people, and those people are still making headlines, you know. So, and the other citizens, and now everybody is lamenting. If that thing start again, that thing that happened in 2020 start again, Nigerians, they are slow to start problem.
But that is also involved.
Yes, yes. You saw that woman that was shouting about her house. You saw what she said. Said she sold her only house property in Ikorodu to come out to this place and develop this one because the Oba asked them to do that. Yes. You see, Oba now is a target because he has betrayed the trust. Anything the Oba did behind, it's not their business. They don't know those people. They are not seeing only Oba because they confided in Oba and went to him with respect.
Tomorrow, if a revolution happens and they just
Oba is the target.
Sure, you get. People will not be wondering why would the people go for their Oba? Is it not their Oba?
Yes.
I'm with you.
Yes, yes. They should go and keep this video because Oba betrayed the trust of the people that he's supposed to protect, the people that he's supposed to feed, people that he's supposed to have empathy and compassion with. He's not this. Now they lost the land already. That one is for buy. And those money, you see. So this is what is happening every part of Nigeria. Yes. Even those people sitting in that hospital, all those sick people, when the thing will start, they are going to be the first ones they take their clutches to hit anybody that is going to come.
It's America that is sponsoring them. It's UK. It's this.
Yes.
You are ignoring all the things.
No.
And you think it's all going to just go away?
No. Look at Soludo now. Look at Soludo, what he's doing now. And he thinks that his government. One man said something in one interview. He said every politician in Nigeria now have one button for violence. And that is APC people. And the man that is pushing them, giving them the line, giving them all the resources to oppress their own people, to oppress human beings, bringing human beings down like animals. That man is already about a few meters away to leave this world. And that man has been enjoying. And they are pushing this thing. When it starts, 2020 is just a photocopy. Thank you, Mayego.
Exactly. For now, they should enjoy it that people haven't they haven't really reached that boiling point as some would want it to be. But it's going to be spontaneous. They're not go see when it happens, they're not go choose state for it. They're not go buy uniform for it. You won't see DJ or anybody when that time comes. Mazi, thank you very much. Let's have this. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, Mayego, good afternoon.
Baba, how are you, sir?
Yeah, how I do, my brother. Good afternoon, and thank you very much for your mind blowing and energizing all the time. Yeah. 2 days ago, I was going to Lewisham, and I saw Prince Jejeman live at King's Cross, and we hug and Baba King Jejeman, Ojueri. We just chat for about 5 minutes, and then I just jump on my bus going somewhere. Yeah. Anyway, we talk a little bit about you. As I see you are the center of our conversation. That 5 minutes we spent together is as if it's forever. Anyway, my God bless you, and God will continue to empower you.
I'm pretty much like in the hearts of so many of you like that. And indeed, thank you for every minute of it, Baba.
Anyway, my thank. I just want to say something in Nigeria will have happened to me again about 3 weeks ago. My last son, he got a government scholarship studying what do you call this thing? This people working on the water engineering.
Oceanic, is it called the oceanography or something?
Yeah, something like that, engineering.
Okay.
So he got a government. I'm getting also most of this thing I don't get it. So maritime engineering. So he got So he got a government scholarship. And he always is about 3 years now. So he normally comes home every year to spend his holiday. So he's always staying in my house. So one day he went out to go and buy food. And while coming, he was stopped in Nigeria at Ayobo there. You know, I have a house in Aparadija. So he was stopped at what they call this police checkpoint, which is inside this tricycle with others as a passenger. Then they say he should come down. So they say he looks different. They say, why am I looking different? They say, oh, what job are you doing? And he showed his ID card that I'm a student. He said, what do you have in your bag? He said, it's a food item. They said they want to search it. He said, this is food. Why do you want to touch it? Oh, they say you are forming because you look good. You look different from others. And when you see my son, it's a carbon copy of me. Fair in complexion and at least good looking.
And younger,
thank God.
Pretty much minor, because she is younger.
He's 22 years old.
Oh dear.
And this is going to be his last journey. I mean, to his final, he's going back to Greece maybe in about 2 months' time to write his final exam. So And he said that, okay, do you have anything for us? He said, where do you expect me to get money? Say, oh, you are speaking English. We will take you to a corner now and we will waste you and your parents will not find you. Say what? Say, yeah. You think you know something, you think you can speak English. We will take you to a corner now and your parents will not find you again and you will just disappear. I said, my God.
So they told the boy that, and he came back to tell you.
Yeah. So when we were having a conversation, he told me, I said, Jesus, what is going on? A young boy, because he's looking good, because he have a t-shirt and you want to search his phone. He said, why do you want to search my phone? They will have killed my son.
May God
about 2 years.
Like this, because see, there are those that never lived to tell the story to. Because you see that thing that you look different. Once they tell you that you look different, the next thing you're going for is give us something. But if you decide to probably not give them anything, it will automatically turn to rage, hatred, anger, everything. Somebody will not know you before. You have never met them before in your life, and it will suddenly become so enraged, ready to, in 2025.
Yeah, my Gusor is a marine engineering. Right. So, so you can imagine a boy who has a future. His little sister died about 2 years ago. The one I told you that has that they were unable to treat in Nigeria, trying to bring her down here. And at the end, after over 12 million, the lady died at the age of 16. Now this one, the government want to take it again.
Take him away.
And this kind of a thing are happening to a lot of Nigerians out there. A lot of people, like somebody said that if this former Fayoshe brother, he said that if 1,000 people got sick in Nigeria now, and they told them to bring 1 million each, he said before you know it, 700 of them will die. Even maybe only about maybe 100 will survive.
If man to see 50, that will bring the 1 million naira. I promise you that out of that 50, right, you will barely see maybe 5 of them who actually had the 1 million in their bank. The rest will go and borrow it.
I don't know what's happening with this trigger happy. I told you when I went to pass through going to Ondo State, and at night, because I didn't get this soldier man, stopping us on the road and flashing light on the driver. And I said, why are you doing that? I said, do you know where you are? That this is night. Anything can happen here. You see, people's life is just like that. If this thing doesn't happen to you, people doesn't see this thing, and you are still saying one Nigeria, and you are promoting this, you become a Ronukus, you become a tribalist, you become a bigot. Anything can happen to anybody. I am saying this thing live and direct. Anytime, anywhere. Nobody is safe in that country. Look at what is happening to Woroshoki. Look at what is happening at all this shopping where they are selling rams, Alabarago. Look at what is happening at Oda Badagry. This place. People have been there for years, and they took their life away like that. Some people will die of stroke. Some people will die of hypertension, high blood pressure, and all this kind of things.
For a few days or few weeks, and then boom, they are forgotten.
Their means of livelihood,
pieces of their lives.
Yeah, their means of livelihood just knocked out like that. They just took it from them. When you want to kill a man, just take his job, and that is the end of the man. So, yeah, you finish the man. So why are some people promoting this evil rhetorics about na Yoruba man, na Igbo man, this one and that? They don't care. The politicians don't even open your eyes.
Things they don't give a damn whether you are Igbo or Yoruba. Nobody is spared. Everybody they collect. So that is why I am pretty much like people should I can't control how people react to what people say or what people do. But if you can take a breath, like, breathe in and be like, you are likely going to see the motive behind that rage bait post, rage bait rhetorics on social media, because they intend to achieve a certain reaction. And if you buy it, they win.
But anyways, I'm just want to tell people that are listening, please, if this politician, they don't like you, Kobo, they don't like you, shishi, your life doesn't mean anything to them. And this trigger happy officers in they are repentant terrorists in the army uniform, in police uniform. Look at all the Agberos. They don't care about you. No. Whoever you are, whether you support Yoruba, you support Igbo, these politicians that are in power, they are devil, they are evil people who doesn't care about life. God bless you. Thank you so much, my Amen.
Thank you so much. You enjoyed the rest of the day, Baba. So, well, that's enough. I was going to share with you other clips, but maybe I should keep it for the later. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time. It's been wonderful. Maybe we should even take calls this evening, right? It doesn't matter how many people joined us, okay? Let's take one. I'll see. I'm not too tired, but it's a pleasure, right? Thank you so much for your time for this noon. I will see you later. Good afternoon.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
ha kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.